Jerry, hello sir, and welcome. It isn't Nikita, no. It's quite a lovely throwback though. I do like the Leon Matilda and Separate Ways art throwbacks. We'll just get started in a few minutes. Yo Bredo, we are doing some Separate Ways. PC HD project Separate Ways. Be with you in a minute or two. Yo everybody, so it's Tuesday, it's midweek. I know I'm known for drinking Stellas on the podcast, but tonight, unfortunately, the stream is sponsored by Red Bull. Gotta behave in the week. So, yes, Road to Village. We're all getting through the numbered titles on the podcast Discord. We now have completed 0 remake, 2, 3. Some of us have completed Code Veronica, and I'm on to 4 now. I did Umbrella's End last night just for a bit of a fun kickstart. As anyone who knows or watches my streams would know, that before Christmas I did RE4 in professional mode, which was fun. It took 100 deaths out of me before I got that game finished. So I thought for this stage I'm not going to go through RE4 again, because I wouldn't expect anybody to go through that game more than once every few years, because it's a slog. But Separate Ways is really, really good. Some would say Separate Ways is the actual RE4, so that works really well. So this is the PC version. It's the 2000 and oh god, what year was it? 2018 build, I think, because that's the most recent release of Albert's RE4 HD project. So it doesn't have a lot of the Separate Ways fixes yet. I think there's some environmental fixes and things like that, but Albert since then has gone in and done a lot more. So Bredo, you're asking about the upscaled the cutscenes. That has been done, and it will be in the recent build, the build that's coming out later this year, but it's not in this version, so the cutscenes don't look great, unfortunately. Curtis Claire, hello, welcome, thank you. So yeah, you'll see a better looking version of Separate Ways than probably what you're used to on consoles and whatnot, but it's still, if you've been following the project and seeing like the more recent updates to do with Separate Ways, it looks a lot better than the version you're going to see even here, and this isn't slouch by any stretch. So we will get into it. Like I say, stream is sponsored by Red Bull tonight. Let's go. Nighthawk, welcome. I'm rocking the Stella remote, which I need to fix actually. I need to give it a proper background. Mr. Smiley, hello and welcome. Let's all play and enjoy the real RE4. The glorious Sally Carhill. And obviously Richard Wall.
The only reason I've taken on this mission is to get closer to my own objective. No matter what happens, I can't let anyone figure that out. Of course, hiding in the shadows isn't my style. I'll have to reveal myself to him and offer advice once in a while.
Of course, we've just come off the back of, you know, Umbrella's End and Dark Legacy, where he obviously got all this gear and equipment off Sergai, the Umbrella resources. So it ties in nicely when you do a chronological playthrough. But forgive the video quality. Point out your favourite pixel. Hello JC, welcome. Just in time to see some acrobatics.
So I see you've managed to arrive at the village on time.
Yes, but nobody remembered to roll out my red carpet.
The villagers there are all being controlled. They automatically attack any intruders. Ring the church bell. That should quiet them down for a while.
Sounds like they're good, obedient boys and girls.
Unfortunately, time is not a luxury we have. Gather as much information as you can about the parasites and finish off this little tour.
Yeah, I do. You know, if the rumours of RE4 remake is correct, then I don't think you'll see this costume come back. I think she'll almost certainly be wearing her assignment Ada gear, which I know some people will be happy with. But to be honest, I know it's ridiculous, but her dresses are, and the way she, you know, her attire is part of her character, if you will. And the assignment Ada outfit is better in the sense that it's more practical, but is it as iconic? I don't know. Wesker was so asleep. He was, but what a great performance from Richard Wow this was. It's certainly a less flamboyant version of the one we've just seen in Code Veronica. So yeah, it's cool. Does anyone know as well? Because I didn't realise when I loaded this up tonight that it didn't give me the option to play it in professional. So does Separate Ways actually have a professional mode? Do you unlock it or something? My life has been saved. Alright, here we go. I'm trying to remember how to play it. I don't even know if you hang around here. Ooh. Just doing a bit of familiarization training. And I'll try if I can and get Leon running around, because you can just see him. If you fulfill a criteria, but I can't quite remember what it was. I don't think it has one. Oh, right, okay. There he goes. I just missed him. But he ran off that way. He was here. Oh, that was I thought it crashed then. Better leave this for Leon. See, I like those little touches. Sonia reckons he can make you laugh on camera. He can always make me laugh. He'll just do a silly impression of, you know, Leon proclaiming it worked or something. You know what he's like. And Jerry, you said, will I play RE6 for you? Absolutely. I don't need much of a reason to play RE6. Right, I've done some resource gathering, so let's just go. I can hear Leon shooting about. JC will me watching plays. Yeah, well, I mean, you could always do the scoring from memory as well. Got an egg. So I think you can just leave the area, can't you? You don't have to. Okay, not that way then. What am I doing? My memory has failed me. Going through the door. Oh yeah, you have to... Right, okay, I'm with it. You have to wait for the hookshot prompt, don't you? And then go into one of the rooms where there's a key, and then that unlocks the church. So you have to wait for the hookshot to become available. Somewhere around here? Here we go. Kendo, hello! Leon needs saving, he's useless. Sean is addicted to his sliding. Absolutely. I'm absolutely mortified that sliding isn't in what we were playing, Reverse. Do I have to wait for the chicken to leave the key or something, don't I? This bed could use a thorough cleaning. I always thought there was a door there. It must be Merc's. There we go. I don't know why a chicken deposits the key, but it's RE4 logic. There we go. Play it for super. If you're going to watch someone play it, it should be someone who appreciates it. When is your Sonny Bauer and JC Wesker stream going to happen anyway? When's your co-op campaign, JC? Come on. JC's been slacking. Here we go. What the fucking snake? Welcome. Hello, Duke. Beta Duke. I need a co-op 6 partner, to be fair. So many volunteers, surely.
Is that all?
Mask.
What are you buying?
Not a lot of anything at the minute.
Come back anytime.
Gonna have to be post village now. Well, as long as you get it done. Hello, Happy. Welcome. Hello to Australia. The merchants could sell the snakes their eggs. Ooh. I can't remember if all these places have treasure items like they do in the main game, but no. I don't know what you got. No, you start off with a shotgun. Christ. It's 5:30. Tell me you're at least still awake and you've just not got up that early. Come on. You're definitely an early bird if that's the case. I have to go to work soon. Oh God. I admire the dedication. Thank you very much for joining. Oh no. Get up at 5 o'clock. God, I remember those days of working that early and having to be up at 5. I couldn't function for the first few minutes. What is down here? Some brown RE. No, come on, how dare you? There's some colour in this area, JC. There's the red of Ada's dress. Yeah, good shot. Good way to wake up. It's not the best of games you could probably wake up to, but I don't know. I don't hate. If AJ, I need AJ. Where's my man AJ? I don't hate RE4 as much as some people. I actually defend it quite a lot, but I know AJ would be defending it quite well. I do. Thanks, Jerry. I think I need to get the emerald from. Do I need to get the emerald? Yeah, I need to get the emerald from somewhere. I like the fact that in parts of Separate Ways, you actually reset the puzzles, or set the puzzles, should I say, for Leon. 4 is alright. That's to, you know, I've plenty of opinions about 4. You know, like I say, if we were to rank the games, it would be quite low. I won't lie, on my my tier list. I think I put it in like a C. Ugh. But I wouldn't have the series without it. And the game, you know, the gameplay, as much as the gameplay is repetitive, you know, and it is to a fault, it's still great fun. Especially if you know, miss snakes with a knife like that. The gunplay is so good. Absolutely, 4 is my comfort game. I can totally understand that. You know, the gameplay, to say the fact that it's 16 years old, the fact that it holds up like this is astonishingly good. I don't think I have a comfort game. Really, Jerry? I've quite a few. I don't know whether I necessarily have a specific one, but there's ones that I, you know, like a good time sink. Now, if I just feel like having, you know, 5 minutes of something that I can just switch my brain off to and just enjoy, like the aesthetic and the gameplay. Something like Streets of Rage 4, I could just whack that on for, you know, 20 minutes, half an hour here and there. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I did actually, you know, enjoy the Reverse beta, because for just sort of putting it on for 10 minutes here and there, shooting up a few people online, it's actually good fun. You know, it reminds me in many ways of, like, you know, the days on RE4, RE5 versus modes and things like that. completely where I don't need to be. Bot, want to become famous? Yes, how do I do that, please? Big follows, thanks very much for dropping by. My comfort game is probably as anything I played by Sega. Yeah, Sega were great at doing them, weren't they? Oh, God. I wish I could do this puzzle, but I really, really can't. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's wrong. But I have done it. It's probably one of the fastest I've ever done that one, actually. JC, if you don't like it, get a jet set you could get. Zero looks like it would kill my soul. It's definitely a it's definitely a challenging one to extract the most amount of enjoyment from. Oh, he just recently started playing Shenmue. Well, doesn't matter how long it is when we get there. I'll throw it through a fucking gate. Even though I know the symbols and what's always mess this one. I've never memorised the right way to do it. Forgot how short this first level is. Which is pretty much there. I think the main thing that concerns me about is reverse, whatever we're calling it, is I just think that I'm surprised they haven't. I know it's only a beta, it's not necessarily a demo or anything like that, but I still thought they would take the opportunity to demo more maps and things. It does concern me that it might well ship with just the one map and they bolt on stuff later. Do I have Heelys? I do. I've got a couple. I always wait till the. I mean, like I said, I could use one of these. There we go. The musical cue in this room has always felt weird to me. I don't know why they give you the Del Lago boss fight music here. AJ, hello. You're not missing much, I'm just in the church. How many maps did Resistance ship with? The vanilla, if you like, came with 4. I think the only thing new that was supposed is on the rank screen. They weren't there in the closed beta. I don't know about you, Claire, or Lena. I don't know whether what you prefer online. Did Claire's submachine gun seem nerfed in the most recent build? Because it seemed really underpowered. Unless you combined it with the stun grenade, it didn't seem like it killed anywhere near as effectively as the one in the previous beta. It's the only weapon I really noticed seemed like it had a nerf. It's because Del Lago's flying over the church. One of the changes that Albert's done for the next build of Separate Ways, and I don't know how I feel about this because it's changing the aesthetics from the original design, but it's still a neat little thing. Is he's properly changed the lighting in the church to reflect daytime more? Because what this room is basically the same scene as Leon's, in that it's at night time. So what he's done is he's redesigned the lighting in this whole room to actually, reflect what it's like outside for Ada. However you feel about actual changes like that. I mean, I think it's cool. It only bridges the continuity. I can cope with things like that. The detail on some of the new textures is just exquisite. I feel like Chris is a bit too strong. I actually won most of my matches as Chris, actually. It was just a case of just doing a falcon punch and then just shooting when they're on the ground. I stuck to Chris for 2 games. His survival elite skill was the highest. I know that. Way to mess up any tyrant charge or anything like that by just popping that. You can hear someone whimpering on the other side. And obviously Hunk was... I would say Hunk won the majority of the matches of the ones I played. Whoever was Hunk seemed to just do the best. The Los Illuminados... Oh, JC, please. There's absolutely no need for that. That Hunk artwork is incredible. Yeah, the colouring on it's exceptional. Where's everybody going?
Lord Sutler.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
They're coming, AJ. They are coming. Someone has upscaled them. You can watch the early spoils of the upscales. Yeah, upscales on a video on YouTube. I'll link it later. They look a lot better. They're still not perfect, and I know they're being worked on further. But they're definitely coming.
So far. Osmond Sadler's cult is known as Los Illuminados. They've resurrected some sort of parasitic organism they call Las Plagas. That's all my organization knows for sure. Though Sadler's occult activities seem worthy of investigation. The Salazar family, Castellans for generations, possess the ability to control Las Plagas. The organization's hypothesis is that a unique frequency of sonic wave, sensed only by the parasites, is used to control them. The same principle used in dog whistles. This was inferred through the analysis of a tissue sample we retrieved. The tissue contained an organ presumably used for sensing sound waves. I've seen cult members carrying ceremonial rods, and I wonder if they emit these sounds. Of course, this is purely theoretical. The organization needs samples of the parasite to confirm or disprove these theories. That is the main objective of my mission, and the only way to prove my loyalty to the organization. The opening moves in this chess game have been played. There's no turning back now.
It's dated a bit, I must say, separate ways. The fact that they still are effectively nameless organisations, and some 15 years later, Ada's motivations are still unclear. It has, it's certainly dated a little bit. Reverse looks like Trashens trailers when you actually play it. It's fun. Stupid kid. Yeah, it is. Had my dad's first time since I don't like PvP, but a few matches are fine. Like I say, for me, it's the throwback of like the RE5, RE6 competitive modes, except it plays better than they probably ever did. So that's, it, as long as people don't take it too seriously, which I think unfortunately a few people have. I think For me, it's way more fun than Resistance, because Resistance is something that had so much potential and just boiled down to, in the end, shooting cameras and doors. And yeah, to me that doesn't necessarily reflect RE. You know, neither does a deathmatch arena-based game either. I get that, but Sally is the greatest of all time. She is, absolutely. Look at that clarity, that detail. She's actually looking at the images from the ending there.
The researcher we planted has been discovered by the Illuminados.
You must be talking about that vagrant Spaniard. So where is he now?
He's held captive in an abandoned house located northeast of the village. Until he recovers the sample, we can't let him die.
You don't need to remind me. Luis Serra. And I thought I was high maintenance.
When did you creep in? Was Ada just reading the book while the merchant was stood there? Mr. Neptune, hello, sir. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Village? Strong 9. Most excited I've been for a game since 5. Easy. Mr. Gutsy, hello as well. Welcome. I love that they brought back Sally and all the others back for Darkside. Yeah, absolutely. It does feel like the last time we had a lot of them together in that kind of... Well, I mean, it was the last time, wasn't it? We had so many of them together.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Did I did combine the elegant mask.
What are you buying?
Right, when do I get buy the rifle? Word of warning for people who've never seen any RE4 streams from myself, my inventory management is a horror show for most people. So I apologise in advance.
Come back.
But it won't be pretty. 6 years after RE4, Ada will have access to cube phones, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of strange to go into like Resident Evil 7 knowing it comes out, you know, later than 6, and just seeing how, you know, more grounded the tech is again. I know it's a backwater house in the middle of Dulvey, Louisiana, but you know, still. What are you doing in here? Did you see the latest images posted on Discord? The latest ones? Are they the Game Informer ones? I've seen them. Ethan silhouetted with his handgun. The large creature in what looks like the village square. That one? Are you talking about them? Or has there been some more? Dropping right into today. Is the Leon cutscene optional then? I do not remember. Unless it's later, is it? I do like the Ada's combat shotgun. It's wicked. Does Ada have a decap animation? I would assume so, but I honestly can't remember. I don't know if she actually gets many of the death animations like Leon does. She maybe doesn't. Dr. Salvador, you mean Chainsaw Ganado, of course. Let's not be misappropriating some of these names. I jest, by the way. I'm not being serious. Oh, good shot. That's what the name. Dr. Salvador is the name in the localization. Yeah, yeah. Harbear, hello, sir. Welcome. Welcome to Separate Ways. It's a static cow. Tree surgeon, that's my headcanon. Yeah, why not? What was Dr. Salvador a doctor of? Static cows are the best kind of cows, unless they kill Ashley. I presume some people saw that video on Twitter this week of Ashley being killed by a cow if you get too close with her or agitate it in some way. Ooh. Yeah, yeah, it could be. Gotta polish the CV to look fancy. So there, the villager you've got there, oh, you can just see him, the bald-headed villager at the front there. That one has the, if I can get the angle again, he's got the police officer's sunglasses on. Oh man, I fucked about trying to show you guys something. I should just played the damn game. But yeah, if you keep a close eye on him. Where is he? He's actually wearing the glasses that the police officer had. He's one of the unique models to Separate Ways. Is it this one? Here he is. Yep. Hold still, damn it. There you go. He's back again. Oh, God. Getting myself in a right mucking fuddle at the minute. Let's get our health up a bit. Just wondering if does Ada get a treasure item here? A doctor of administration of the Plagas in the village. Yeah, if Separate Ways just has a default difficulty, I'd like to know what it's kind of pitched at actually. Look, he's here. I think I might have actually told you a bit of a lie there, guys, because it looks like at least two of them are wearing glasses. Oh, fuck's sake! I'm just going. Maybe I was wrong. Two of them have them. I always thought that was a thing, but I'm guessing it's not. Why would you lie to us? Because I thought I was correct. I thought I was correct. But there is a unique model coming up soon, which I know people are aware of. But I will show you it in close up. I always thought that was one. I think I am wrong. I do apologise. I died for the crime. Trust gone down minus. I'm sorry, but at least I'm owning up to it now. I'm not peddling it on Twitter as fact. Come on. Come on. Come on, Ada. Where's your marksmanship skills? Do you think the AI is a bit busted there? Jesus fucking hell. His head blew up before the dynamite stick did. Christ almighty. You're having a giraffe! Come on! Fuck you, bit of tree. I'm being trolled here. Absolutely trolled. Look at this. Fucking hell. Gotcha, you bastard. The Leon wanker in his jacket. Olympic like it's the Plaga Nick. It gives them enhanced strength. The opening village of this area is one of the best in the series. Agreed. Yeah, absolutely. If they can capture a piece of that in a village, then they'll have done very well indeed. That's not good. What is going on? I'm going to save that red herb. I'm going to inflate my health, and then there we go. I was saved by the Street Fighter magic pixel there, guys. Fucking dynamite everywhere. Is one of the best, most tense gaming segments ever. Yeah, and it's something that they've tried to capture again and again. And I know, you know, things like Public Assembly are good and whatnot, but they've never done it quite as well. I'll need your immediate payment. Yeah, absolutely. Someone got a key. Someone does have a key, don't they? How are there still people alive? Ow. Can I pay in bottle caps? There's some Fallout stuff going on. Right, okay. Just clear the area.
Rapido!
Rapido! I'm right in thinking you can actually go and investigate the house. No nuclear winter yet. Have a good day, Happy. Thank you very much for stopping by. You take care. We shall catch up with you when you finish work. Should be able to examine that. There's no reason to come in here at all. Considering the hammering Leon takes in other games. Doesn't pass out. Hello Jordan, welcome. Nice to see you, man. Sonny, Mr. Bauer, ladies and gentlemen, has arrived on the scene watching not one of his favourite games in the series. This was the... here we go, yeah. It's already started. One comment in. Here we go. I'm actually playing the main campaign of RE4. Here. Of course. It's funny, one of the things, you talk about Leon being invincible and things like that, one of the things that I found humorous is that even in the beginning of the Resident Evil 2 remake, when the lorry explodes, he's actually hit by a force so hard, the car he lands into actually crumples under the weight of the impact. So already he was, even in his sort of revised introduction, he's still getting absolutely annihilated. His indestructible spine. Just breeze through this bit. Have I got any grenades yet? Yeah, I do have a grenade. Cool. There's our man with Leon's jacket. He's fucking running off, look. joking. This looks like Leon's jacket. Why is he wearing it? It's another character model that Albert has upscaled quite dramatically in his redo. And Capcom only watch Anderson movies. You'd think that with Umbrella's End last night, wouldn't you? Capcom should watch previous episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and take notes before Leon throw it back first into something solid at Great Force again. Absolutely. One of the bits I don't like about Separate Ways is this bit here. I just think this is a nonsense. A nonsense part of the game coming up. Just immediately after this. It's a bit of a time jump as well. I don't really think Separate Ways links in entirely well here, because Leon obviously gets thrown on the cupboard and then is dragged halfway across Spain, you know, to that canyon area where he's been unconscious for some time, has his jacket removed. He then has to break free, have the conversation with Lewis, fight all the way across there. And comparatively with Ada, all we've done is like run up a couple of pathways and we're at the same point. Separate Ways or Born from a Wish. What is that? Is that the literally translated name of the? That's all I know too.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
See, also here, Leon's supposed to have a conversation with Ingrid. So unless it's happening right now, but which it doesn't, because it happens now. But things than that, yeah, exactly. You have to overlook these small things. It's the big cheese. Remember when we all thought he was a tyrant? Yeah, this bit I'm not a fan of. I don't know why they added this little subplot. Mr. X with a beard. Yes, absolutely. I think we all did, AJ. And then when you see his hand, when you see his coat burn off in the trailer and his hand grows the claws. And it's one of Ada's Separate Ways' only QTE moments, this isn't it? Will people be thirsty for RE4 remake, Mendes? It depends what they do, doesn't it? This community are thirsty for everything. Fuck, I missed it. Ada's dead. The quality of that here, Los Illuminados texture there. What is the name of these rituals? I like the way when you examine this with Leon, it says the blood's fresh. And you just get the slightest cut, although, you know, I assume there were plenty of subjects beforehand. Asparagus, great. Leon is officially the BOW from Gaiden. So just to compare the textures, the one you saw a minute ago in the Separate Ways cutscene, this is Albert's redo of the same texture. Bearing in mind the Separate Ways cutscene one is basically what is in all the other versions, so it just gives you an idea of the level of work that's been done. Release the Neptune cut. Why does this happen to me? Why does this happen to me? How are the cutscenes? Still abysmal in this, because this isn't the latest build, obviously, so it doesn't have any of the AI upscaled cutscenes in it. Yeah, they're still the original assets, Sonny, unfortunately, in this 2018 build. Can't judge from a phone. You're watching on a phone. David Lynch would be proud. I'm doing health. Need to find a key. Okay. Phone watching. Coming live in your wherever you are. Car. Procrastinating from work. How do you guys get away with it? I'd get murdered if I got found out to be watching something like this at work. That's not to say I've never squeezed the odd one in, but it always has to be covertly done.
Welcome.
Working from home, very nice. Essentials for Ada on a mission. A red dress, grappling hook gun, and Leon. Well, I mean, I don't think she's ever appeared in something without Leon, has she?
What are you selling?
God, I can't even...
What are you selling?
Need the attaché case upgrade, really. Green cat's eye.
Is that all? Thank you. Is that all?
I'll leave the cat's eye for the moment and I will get the attaché case.
Thank you. What are you buying? Is that... Come back, Eddie. Time.
Been at work since this pandemic happened. Same here. Ada goes out without no, Ada goes out without a handy Leon in her purse. You get two Bella sisters in here, I think, don't you? This is the way. I don't even need to do knives. You get plenty of ammo. I'm not playing professional mode where I need to conserve ammunition and things like that. I don't know why I've been doing it really. She wasn't in Degeneration. Yeah, I suppose it's not. It doesn't work quite the other way around, does it? Not every single Leon appearance has had Ada in it, although I should say it probably is only Degeneration actually. Umbrella Chronicles, yes. Oh yeah, actually it's a good shout. Good shout. AJ, well done. I had overlooked that one myself. Checkmate. Checkmate. Infinite Darkness, better have it. Yeah, absolutely, and there's no reason it shouldn't. I hope we actually see a little bit more of that kind of stuff going on, actually. Smiley, it's a good shout. What did I actually collect from lift activation key? Right. President Graham's 10, yeah, absolutely. To be honest, if they don't do things like that, I would actually question why even bother setting it then. You know, when you're going to such a specific part of the timeline like they are doing, and risking potential damage to the cannon in the process, because you always do risk potential things like this happening, you know. If the attack on the White House is so big, then why hasn't it been referenced before in material? It's a bit like the Terra Grigia conundrum. You know, when you see the events of Revelations, it looks like Terra Grigia is every bit on the scale of Raccoon City, but yet because of how obviously it was made with regards to development and stuff like that, and the order with which they made the games, it doesn't really get mentioned in anything later than it in the timeline, and it's kind of jarring when you do like a chronological playthrough. The fact that it's set in 2006 totally killed my hype. I must admit it nerfed it for me a little bit for sure. I'm sort of less interested in entries that go back into the past. I'd much rather see where they're up to now. More than anything, just for the potential risk to, you know, fracturing the canon further. Nothing else besides Raccoon City exists. It feels like that sometimes, and that's definitely a fault. I get the fact that Raccoon City was in many ways the catalyst for a lot of what went on and how it shaped the future of the series and everything like that, but it is still jarring that, you know, AJ mentions Tall Oaks there, absolutely. I mean, I suppose you could say not enough's been set post Tall Oaks to explore that yet. Maybe they have a grand plan to set each series a few years apart. I don't know whether they've had a grand plan for a long time, to be honest.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale. What are you buying?
What are you buying?
Selling? Come back anytime.
Maybe Clive O'Brien's book, The Unveiled Abyss, will tell us more about it. How are we doing for time? New York is too recent, we haven't had a news report since then. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously going to have to be something that gets referenced as well. I'd like to see the BSAA doing a press conference about why they levelled several buildings and potentially killed multiple people. Yes, I know about the novel. I know the novel clarifies it, but you still can't tell me, you know how slow evacuation processes are. There'll still be people within the city blocks nearby and whatnot. There would have been some collateral to that railgun being fired. Yeah, AJ, I mean, I know, but to the Japanese sources, yes, I know the Vendetta novella or whatever does clarify the fact that, yes, the buildings were evacuated, but you need more than that sometimes. I'm not always interested. It's a little bit like the Red Letter Media appraisal of, the prequel trilogy. Yes, there is supplement material to explain away some of the mistakes, but you shouldn't need them, particularly within the narrative of a 2-hour film, to explain away your plot holes. I'm all for, comics and art books and things like that, and novellas, helping to explain, additional pieces of lore, but I always get a bit, narked when they use it to fix errors in storytelling.
Hey, señorita.
Señorita.
A light and some smokes to go with it to make my day?
Where's the sample?
Okay, we skipped the foreplay. As a matter of fact, I was just going to get it. It was the love, baby.
Sounds like fun to me. Just hurry up.
Okay, lady. Where do you stand on all of this? Exactly what kind of group are you working for?
There are some things in the world better off not knowing. This is one of them.
Fine. I can take a hint. I don't care who you are, as long as you get rid of that old man and his religious friends.
Lewis was the audience there, and Ada was Capcom, not having an answer.
Among all the people involved in this, Luis Serra has the least entanglements. He works for no organization, preferring to move on his own. I'm the one who told the organization of his importance. I did it because I like him. His history betrays an enthusiasm I once shared. It was a stroke of luck that I happened to intercept his email for help. It seems he can't trust the police, so he sent the email to an old friend from college. He must have thought his friend was still alive. At any rate, that's how I managed to find him. Apparently, he's been conducting his own investigation of the cult while doing research on Las Plagas. A brilliant scientist. He's accumulated a pile of data and pieced it all together. Must be why Sadler hired him. Too bad Sarah's snooping has aroused his suspicion. When I told him who I was, he practically begged to be taken into custody. He needed protection. He said, I have no love for Las Plagas or this stupid cult. I want out. I just want peace and quiet again. I ordered him to bring me a Master Plaga specimen, a sample for evidence. Looks like he's one of the few people whom Sadler actually trusts. Tracking him down and getting my hands on the sample shouldn't be difficult. I doubt the cult will take kindly to his escape, though. I'll have to guide this along if I want it to go smoothly.
I like the fact that Ada gets exclusive footage there of Lewis shooting Leon from that optional cutscene. AJ, what was it you asked? It's actually scrolled out of the way. AJ, I think it was you that asked, do I think Separate Ways was cut content from the original game? I think it's been confirmed it's not, because different writer, for a start. I think it was certainly content made to make the PlayStation 2 version be an attractive package for people who had the GameCube version, because obviously there was going to be, the visual cut down and things like that. But I don't think it was ever planned to be part of the original game, and I haven't actually got that far in Alex's book, so I don't know whether Alex clarifies that at all. Ploppy, hello sir, welcome. I think people use examples like some barrels being in locations in that area even from a logic antigen. Okay. Interesting.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Just suddenly wearing glasses now.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon. Long time no see.
Ada. So it is true.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Ada!
When you scrutinise that on a level, what is the point of that cutscene? Why did she speak to Leon and then just run off?
Luis has succeeded in recovering the sample. He's waiting in the castle. Get in contact with him ASAP.
Understood.
And that U.S. government lapdog, Leon. If you do happen to encounter him, put him out of commission. We can't let him interfere with our plans.
He has no idea what's going on. He's nothing we need to worry about.
He's a survivor of Raccoon City. We can do without the extra distraction. Take him out.
Leon.
Maybe she bugged him. Retrieve the sample. And AJ, don't get me started on... This is not the first time that Leon and Ada must have met. I hear that, but I will never forgive this game for not allowing us to have the reaction of Leon finding out Ada's still alive. I feel we were robbed that moment, to be honest. Absolutely robbed of it, to be quite honest.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things. What are you selling? Is that all? What are you
Can't even afford
buying?
the bow gun.
Not enough.
The bow gun.
Come. Back
Gonna have to start using some shotgun shells, I think. She's such an enigma. She works all these jobs to obtain fire or parasite samples. Clearly motivated by money and not use the weapons as shirts. She have to clear up a fucking story at some point. Absolutely. The problem is, and we've talked about this on the podcast many, many times now, is I don't even think Capcom know what to do with her anymore. I think you know, her as a concept has been chopped and changed so many times now that they've literally forgotten. And I'm sure it'll be on like notes in in their lore vault somewhere, but the character who she was originally in Resident Evil 2 probably can't even fit into the world they've created now, and therein lies the problem. standalone title for herself, I would love that. Absolutely. Oh. Yeah, what? And who joins? Zero, hello. I did see you just join the chat, so welcome. Oh, God. AJ, thank you for the follow, sir. You're alright, man, don't worry about it. Thank you very much. Ooh. The other thing you've got as well is at this point can anything they do be satisfying? Truly. To her character now. I mean, I don't even know what, like... I don't even know what my wish list of what I would want Ada to be is, to be honest, because it's gone down that many avenues. Yeah, I just have no idea what I'd even want her to be. Nick's just... Nick can't even be bothered with Ada chat, look, he's just broken by it all. He's just looking forward to Reverse. It's like, fuck your Ada chat. TM5789, thank you for the follow and welcome to Separate Ways. I'm lost in a maze at the minute. Ah, you bastard. AM0, thank you for the sub. Welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And welcome to the Resident Evil podcast. Welcome to shenanigans. That's probably the best thing I can say. In fact, let's go this way. Hi from Ontario. Hello, Dr. Nightwish. Welcome as well. Ontario, very good. It must be, what, about midday there? This is not good. This is not good. Oh man, Ada, your draw is slow. Right. There's a London in Ontario. I thought I'd opened that. I had opened that box. Christ, what the fuck? Jesus. Ha! That was amazing. That was a do or die throw, wasn't it? Where's the slide mechanic? I know, imagine how good that would have looked if I'd just slid underneath that. My god, I can't believe that. That was hilarious. You forget how truly deadly those scythes are when they're thrown.
Back, Eddie. Time.
Do you have to kill all the red guys in this section to make it progress? Oh god. What's going on? You lot need to calm down. Nice to see someone same age, a hardcore gamer. I'm probably older than you think. That's the worrying thing. But yes, I've been playing games since I was 4 years old, starting with the Amstrad Ghostbusters game of all things. And the blast for the past. Beer emoji, look straight away. Getting into the swing of things. Let's heal up. Get Ada's health up. Oh. No! Just an item. $204. Look like you're late 30s, thank you. Yeah, I'm 38 this year. And, yeah. A mere 14 when I started this journey with RE. It's a testament to the longevity of the series that many of us are still here. I'm sure, you know, I get. It's crazy to believe when people say, "Oh, you know, my first Resident Evil experience was when I was 6 years old." It's fucking hell. Drohead, hello. Death the Pursuer, welcome. And you brought 3 people with you. Thank you very much. 37 this September. We're all getting old. Right, I'm running around in friggin' circles here. See, it's one thing to say, you know, the RE series as a whole is celebrating its 25th year, but, you know, to many of us, you know, we've been here since. I've not been here since quite the beginning, but I started my RE journey in Christmas 1997 when I got the original on the Sega Saturn. How goes it, Death? You were playing some RE2, I believe. I saw, was it RE2? I hope that went well. 3 was it? Remake or original? First RE was indeed the Saturn version, absolutely. What's that? Oh my god, I need to actually concentrate for a minute and stop running around like a lunatic. Right. Suffering through the remake, wrapped up the remake trilogy portion of the marathon. There we go. Yeah, remake 3. God, it's one of those strange things that I sort of have an alright time when I'm playing it, but when it's completed and I come away from it, I realise that I didn't enjoy a great deal of it, It's a real conundrum of a game, I think. You can beat it in a single sitting. Yeah. So I saw a discussion on Twitter earlier actually about game lengths in the series, and I must say I do like the fact that a majority of RE games are pretty short. I think, you know, as we do this Road to Village series, one of the more intimidating aspects of it is the games coming up now. I mean, if you were just playing through the side campaign of Leon for this, you know, you've got to put aside a good 10 to 15 hours if you're sort of a more casual player. No speedrunners can get it done quicker, but yeah, I'm the same, Claire, to be honest. When you get one of these like new sandbox games coming out, I honestly get intimidated when I see review scores, you know, reviews saying, oh, you know, it's a 100-hour story campaign. I'm thinking, absolutely not. For me, with the level of interruptions that I get in my life, that 100-hour campaign I'd still be playing in 3 years' time. The most fun I have with RE is having a friend over and playing through one of the classic games in one sitting. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done that with anybody for years, actually, where we've sort of had a communal play through one of the older games. I suppose the nearest thing I have to that now is doing these. I've said no to 4, 5 and 6. Nick! 6 is going to probably take up an entire week on its own. I think the first time it came out in October, didn't it? 2012. And I know my better half was actually away for that week on some sort of placement. So I had all the evenings to myself, and it still took me. I think the game came out on the Tuesday, and I got it on launch day, and I still hadn't finished it by Saturday evening. I think I finished it in the early hours of Sunday morning. I think it was a long game to get through. Sacrifices must be made. And by comparison, you know, you can get through like 7 in. God, how long does 7 take? Good speed run. Oh, okay, quick run. 7 about 4 hours. I can't get it open. How odd. Okay. Have to go the other way then. Vehicle sections for the win. No. Not. The thing is, as well, I'm not just saying that to be bitter towards RE6. Unless you're like a good Metal Gear Solid game, I wouldn't even say vehicle sections in many games work all that well, to be honest. We were talking about A Way Out on the Discord a few weeks ago, and I actually really rate that game. As a co-op game, it's really good fun. If you get a chance to play it with someone, very recommended. Very, very original kind of co-op campaign in terms of like mechanics and stuff. And then randomly in the middle of the game, there's a couple of vehicle sections, and they are absolutely diabolical. Like all those sort of honed, refined co-op mechanics just get completely abandoned in favour of some absolutely atrocious vehicle sections. A Way Out. Did I say No Way Out? But it's a solid little game. Vehicle sections are so back in the MGS days now. And the thing is, I think you know, generally the MGS ones are really good. Occasional janky mechanics aside, I think in terms of just like a pure set piece, they're great. 2 didn't have one. No, it didn't. But go on then, chat. What is, in your humble opinion, put it to a vote now. Red Fox Dude, hello. Put it to a vote now. What is the best vehicle section in RE6, in your humble opinion? Well done, we found a difference. Don't even get me started, Nick. What is that? That's just trolling at best. Is none an option? No, AJ, I want you to pick one. Fuck off, man. That was a hell of a shot. I want you to pick one. Jake, Chapter 4, the motorcycle. I didn't think anyone would pick that, in all honesty. Motorcycle, yeah. I get it many days like that. If anybody follows me on the Discords and whatnot, will often know I miss words when I type. My fingers can't keep up with my brain, unfortunately. The motorbike one has the least instant death scenes. They literally repeat the same set piece, don't they? Here. Complete 50% of all story modes and it's taken me so long. I abstain. Jerry just abstains. The only thing I remember about RE6 is a giant fight with Chris. The Chinese mentioned thing in University of Berlin. Then I shall stream it for you, sir, and show you sliding. QT of Leon in the car looking for the keys. Genius. I like the Chris Pierce one the most as bad parts go. Jeep level is god awful. It is awful. The Jeep, the BSAA supercharged Jeep, is by and far the worst vehicle section in the game. To me, I would probably say the Harrier. No, you don't. I would say because it actually fits the story pretty well, and I think it doesn't play too bad because it's essentially an on-rails shooting section. Leon in the minecart is easy. Cameo time! But what if you didn't use a TMP, you ask?
Leon, I'm sorry, but I can't be seen with you.
Turn around, Leon! The snowmobile is dreadful. I pity anybody trying to do like a no-death run for RE6 or whatever, and then having to contend with the snowmobile section. Which, even if you have a pretty much perfect run, it'll still troll you. No-death run. It's impossible, Jerry. Let's go and see Leon. Oh, what? If Leon sees me now, I would have to finish him off. Christ. This is the end of chapter 3, isn't it? I think. Oh man. What a thrill. Oh, why can't you knock the picture down? wish the remakes had been a reboot and the story had changed. Take care, Drohood. See you soon.
I got it.
Now that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Lois. I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back.
Lois! Lois!
Well, Mr. Gutsy, that's just the part of the story altogether. He needs Leon to go back to America. It's more, why doesn't he just let him leave?
I found Louise. Unfortunately, a bit too late.
Did you retrieve the sample?
No, Sadler has it.
There will be another time. Have you had a chance to eliminate Leon?
Not yet.
If that's the case, then maybe we can capitalize on his little lucky streak. Take advantage of the distraction he is causing for Sadler and his followers to retrieve the sample.
Sample. Leon should have just popped his head round the corner then and just gone, Ada? Who are you talking to?
Jack Krauser has been the subject of extensive study and research by the organization. His skills and personality have been tested both on and off the battlefield. If he weren't the best, he would become a liability that would jeopardize the rest of us. My conclusion? He's a great soldier. No more, no less. As long as he's well compensated, he shouldn't cause any problems for us. If he does start to get restless, I can take care of him. I've studied his combat style and can deal with that arm of his if necessary. Krauser answers directly to Wesker, and it was Wesker who decided that Krauser should be sent to spy on the cult. He also decided to send me along. I wonder if it wasn't to keep an eye on Krauser. No doubt, Krauser has already fallen to the temptation of Las Plagas and the power they represent. This could have dire consequences for the organization. On some level, however, this may be a necessary development, as his role is to disrupt this farce of a play. That said, the stage and its players will ultimately come crashing down in the end. Bad luck for him. But he'll play the patsy in the end and take the fall for all of us. That's why I need to make sure things keep going exactly as they are.
I think the mutation's a one and done thing, Smiley, and I'm never ever going to sing on stream, ever. I don't even sing when I'm drunk. I don't do karaoke's. It ain't happening. At the most, I can do a bad impression of Richard Wall, and that's about it. I don't think I've not been seeing those comments. Krauser's arm is basically the sword from Devil May Cry. It'll be his foot in the remake. You've had the occasional word I've been giving you. But yes, I'm sure I've probably even done a couple of impressions on the podcast from time to time. It happens less often now Mr. Spencer's not there, encouraging us all for shenanigans. Economic pressure. No, please don't. Please don't. Come on, be kind.
What's the news on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy.
Take care, Burrito. Thank you.
The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
His name Jim Ward. He plays Granin in Snake Eater, doesn't he?
Quite a jolly mess he's made, that Leon, but all for the better. Sadler's people have fallen into a panic. Their destruction is only a matter of time now.
Once he gets Ashley back, his job will be finished. He'll no longer be a factor.
No, I'm leaving Leon to Krauser. Hurry up and retrieve the sample.
The sample.
Maybe you forgot, Wesker. I don't always play by your rules.
Drink. He's an alias and speaks a little German. Who, Jim Ward? Here you go, it's your original piece of content coming up for Separate Ways.
Welcome. Got a selection of what are you selling?
I still can't afford that.
Thank you. Is that Thank you.
Still can't afford the bowgun, it's heartbreaking.
Come back anytime.
Let's go. Okay. What do you come up here for? Is that actually any point? I guess not. That's really weird. Not falling for this old trick. How the hell do I get down? Of course, Sadler's backup plan: sink the Navy with his battleship. That's all the typo. I'm getting mullered as soon as I go down there. Stop hookshotting! You've got to love context-sensitive button prompts. Best track of RE4? Yeah, it's great, this one. Can't wait to see all the well-placed explosive barrels in Village. That's definitely what 7 lacked, wasn't it? And yet, you know, they used it as a selling point in the showcase. That was a good left right. I can't. If I could play like that all the time, AJ, it'd be amazing. I would say that was more luck than anything else, because like, look at this. Just getting trashed now. We know the bolt cutters will be the true star again. Exactly. They've already been featured in Maiden. They need to make it a weapon. I don't remember this from Leon's campaign. What is this? See, how dare people say that Resident Evil 4 is just all brown when you can have an entire section of grey? Now, come on. Junction box with the tape that you need a knife for, of course. Yellow tape is the way in the new games. I hate this area. Yeah, it's not the most interesting, is it? And it just gets a bit spammy with all the ranged enemies and things. This was a precursor to the direction that we're going to take things in RE5 and 6. Wow. Will you be any of these roads to village segments to YouTube by any chance? I'm behind uploading, but I usually do upload all the streams as a video on demand. AM0, yeah, so I will. I uploaded a few earlier. I just need to title them and actually make them live. I'm stuck on the fucking box. So I'm running around with absolute boxes worth of shotgun shells and I'm just not using them. That's the conservationist within me. Thank you, Jerry, for that, by the way. Yeah, I'm a bit behind sort of making the videos live, but they are plenty of them have now been uploaded. There's the key. Need the key. Who has taken the key? Is that for this one? Oh my god. My memory. Right, you need to get it together. Come on. I'm just going to leave that. Activation key blue, right? Okay, probably even picking up the wrong one. I always take a hit there. No. It isn't, so it is the blue one I've got. Right, let's get this underway. It's always a telltale sign, isn't it, when you go into a new area and they're giving you this much healing straight off the bat. It's mercifully not too long though, Jordan, if you can actually remember what you're doing, unlike me just then, you can get through it very quickly. Red Fox did the battleship part, yeah, it's a strange juxtaposition against the rest of the game. And I know they were probably you know, wanting to give Ada's campaign some original content. I'm just not entirely sure this is what people had in mind, and it's certainly a trope that they started leaning on. Was, for some reason, Capcom seemed to think the most exciting Resident Evil locations are boats and ships, and I just tend to find them a bit grey and a bit drab. Reminds me of the Jill and Josh section 5. Exactly. Yep. And that is easily the worst part of RE5 in my opinion as well. Desperate Escape. Gaiden is great and so is Dead Aim. Dead Aim, you guys know how much I love Dead Aim. That's a shame. Chuck it there. They'd never top the Starlight, to be fair. Spencer Lane's alright. Sorry, Spencer Rain. Oh, Jerry, please. Oh my God. Why don't you bullets pierce? Starlight would be a good game in the RE engine, yeah. I wouldn't be adverse to them doing something with Gaiden. Obviously they'd have to retweak the ending a little bit, but you know, it's one of the things I could probably tolerate a remake for, actually. Revelations was great, but a little bit too clean and bright in areas. Yeah, and very repetitive in others, I found. It's very easy to lose your bearings on Revelations. Okay, it's kicking me off. I assume Sean will do a replay of our Gaiden lore stream with a fan mod. If it ever gets finished, but only on one condition. I am not voicing those characters again. Hopefully they will be voiced this time, but you ain't getting me to do those characters again. I'm sorry. The deal is off. Oh, I see you. The Starlight in the dark. Ah. Where's the audiobook from you and Nick? No, I am not a voice actor. There are people far more talented than me to be able to do that. That's the end of the Sadler reign. Still giving me bowgun bolts. Name one better than you. Anyone ever? Smiling.
Got a selection of good
Nick's
things
Lucia
on
is
sale.
legendary. Not even Patricia Jarley could have done that justice. Oof. I don't know whether that's a slight on
Is that all,
poor Patricia, to be
stranger?
honest.
Is that all? Thank you.
Come on. thing is, even if I buy the bowgun, I've got no room for it. I need to. I'm going to have to buy the attaché case, aren't I?
Thank you.
It's the only way. Is it archived on YouTube? Yes, unfortunately it is. It absolutely is. Is it on par with Vincent's mother? I just think it's within the eye of the beholder, to be honest. I think it's something... Unfortunately, you cannot be told what the impression is. You must hear it for yourself. So out of interest, someone asked earlier, I think it was you, AJ, was Separate Ways part of the original version of the game? Were these areas, as in the areas we're on now, can they be seen from when you play as Leon going with the the digging machine or whatever, the bulldozer? Dead man's click. It's all getting a bit unravelled. I need to behave. I don't think these areas are, but the environmental textures are nearly identical everywhere. Well, they just line up. They don't even move when their buddies die next to them. How are we doing? Is that the blacktail handgun? It is. Because there's no upgrades in in Separate Ways. So you just get... I don't, does it even give you what levels... Oh, so it's got some preset levels, look. But yeah, unfortunately there's no upgrading or anything like that. Red 9 all the way. No, never used the Red 9 ever. I don't think in any single run of RE5 I've ever done I've ever used the Red 9. It's halfway between handgun and a magnum. I understand it's hugely powerful. I'm doing on ammo. We're near the end already. Yeah, we are, aren't we? So you can go out this way. Why can't I read Delicious Lore? Which is the one you get by collecting the blue medallions? I think it's that's the Punisher, isn't it? Is it the Punisher? Which is the gift gun? Yeah. In fact, I'll get me upgrades. There we go. Doesn't this say so much? The bulldozer is broken. It must be Leon's handiwork. See, even at this early stage in their relationship, Ada knew never to get in a car with Leon. Leon must have passed through. Ada knew the monster within the man. Absolutely. That's that GIF or little video that someone made of Leon totaling every vehicle he ever drives is still absolutely beautiful. For some reason, it's when he rolls the police car in RE6. It's just hilarious. Does Leon destroy the Ducati in Vendetta? I can't. I think he does, doesn't he? Because I think he jumps off it to fight Arius. That gift should be used for a car insurance commercial. Wrecks every car except his Jeep. It's just funny because, like, there's never ever been a single discussion to make that a character trait of Leon, but just through the natural progression of like how the stories work and everything like that, it's just ended up being a thing, and it's absolutely hilarious. Okay, chapter 4 and done. Beautiful cutscene ruined.
All for Umbrella's sake. Umbrella? Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade!
Ada!
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
I am just going to go grab a drink of a non-alcoholic variety while I let Ada's report play out.
Leon S. Kennedy, perhaps the most essential part of this mission. This story wouldn't be complete without him and his formidable survival skills. He has what it takes to survive against overwhelming odds. I've seen him do it before. And he's improved since then. Practically a genius, he has smarts and he knows how to use them. On top of that, his service as a government agent has toughened him up. I'll work behind the scenes to make him think he's the primary player here, though it may be naive of me to think that'll be easy. Considering the involvement of both Sadler and Krauser, the possibility of unforeseen problems is there. But I need him in the supporting role for me to achieve my goals. I'll do whatever it takes to keep him in his place and make this all go smoothly. Of course, his role didn't exist at all until a few months ago. Back then, my role was much simpler too. But that was before the president's daughter was abducted and Leon was dispatched alone to find her. Talk about a major script revision. I don't think I need to worry. Leon's been through worse and always comes up smelling like roses. His consistent luck is part of the reason why I have absolute and unshakable faith in my vision of what's in store for him.
Didn't mind degeneration apart from the terrible motion capture on the mouths. Almost dubbed. The butchering of Leon's character, turning him into DMC2 Dante. Remember there was a fan theory that it wasn't even Dante at one point. It was someone like... Was it Ezio or whatever? No, it wasn't. What was the oh god, what was the... Who was like the false Dante name or something that was in... Was it the manual or something like that? It's written by somebody else. It's not Ezio, is it? Death has been William Lurkin. DMC2 is just not Dante at all. Oh god, I'm sure there was a fan theory. It was Enzo. That's it. Yeah, thank you. There was a fan theory that it wasn't even Dante at one point. I remember years back. Because none of his character traits are like, you know, Dante. He's got this coin all of a sudden that he flips for heads and tails, and Ezio's bloody Assassin's Creed, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's Roger Craig Smith, isn't it? Yeah. It's funny how it's not the same person theory pops up when people don't know. Well, like, yeah, it's like a defense mechanism, isn't it? Right, one more to go. I don't recall this being too long. This bit.
Report. Time is almost up.
Krauser's dead.
Really? Leon doesn't die easily. That's fine. We can use him to clean up Sadler for us. We'll let them fight it out. Neither one of them will manage to come out unharmed.
Easier said than done.
Either way, it's your job to clean up what's left of them when the fight is over. Don't forget who is running the show. Whatever happens, we can't let either of them live to see tomorrow. Our goal is to retrieve the sample.
The sample?
Take out anything that might interfere with our plans.
That's not vodka. Alright. Really hope Chris has got some good character development in Village. I'm getting a bit Chris Redfielded out. Yeah, I can appreciate why people feel like that, especially when other characters have been shortchanged for a while now.
Welcome. got a selection of... What are you buying?
Finally, I still can't afford the bowgun. We're going to finish the game without the bowgun, guys. Awful.
Is that all? Thank you. Is that all, stranger?
I missed so many treasure items.
Come back anytime.
I hate this section. This was absolute agony in professional mode. Yeah, my sanity was certainly tested quite a lot during that one. I'm still with it. A hell of an elbow there, Ada. What the hell? Is someone pointing a gun at your head? Why you do this to me? Because separate ways is okay, Drowhead. I don't mind separate ways. Ow, 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 ow. And separate ways is fairly short. You know, you have this clocked in a fraction of the time it takes you to actually do the main campaign, or the side campaign, should we say? Because all the main lore stuff is here. And like I say, if nothing else, the gameplay is solid. You guys are just haters. I'm very positive Resident Evil fan. You know, I like to think I'm a bit of a conundrum for people sometimes, because considering I spend most of the time ranting and raving on the podcast about various things, I like to actually think I'm quite a positive person when it comes to the majority of the games. Try and find the merits in all of them. Come on, door, hurry up. I'm gonna get out of that. No. Just jump Ada into the fire. No, I like Ada. You have been mostly positive in podcasting. That's very kind of you to say, AJ, but I know for a fact that I spent a lot of episodes around the sort of late 20s, 30s mark moaning about the Remake 2 at every given opportunity. And then obviously the Umbrella Corps saga was not enjoyable. 1969, yeah, that was always a good one. The damage you take is ridiculous. This is tiresome, this bit. Okay. I mean, I know we joke about it, but I mean, I can't really listen back to the remake 3 one because it's never good to go back on something when you were quite inebriated. I can't even remember recording aspects of that one. I get mortified when I think about what kind of an edit that must have been to do. The guys are a very good sport for entertaining me sometimes. I can't believe they make you do this fucking room again. I hate sections like this because it just mainly feels like it's designed to just hemorrhage your late game supplies and put you at odds for the sort of final sections. So I thought I was just round the corner there. Cheating bastard. Look at that. Using the scenery to his advantage like he's an actual player. Round the corner pro. I need my bow gun. I can't believe I haven't been able to afford it. I've really missed a lot of the treasure items because I don't think progression carries over, does it? So it's not like you even you pick it up in the next run because I don't think it makes you do an endgame save. I don't recall. I don't think you create a clear file when you finish separate ways. You think you do, really? Oh, I guess I didn't then last time. Because you unlocked the infinite weapon. Then I definitely didn't then, because the save file before I started tonight was just before the Saddler fight, and I know I finished it on stream because it's on the YouTube page. So I just must have quit out before saving it, which is bad. You do? Alright, thank you then. I'll make sure I do that this time. That's maybe why I didn't get an option to do a professional mode then. Maybe quitting the credits. I probably did then, thinking about it. I was probably that keen to get done. What a shot. Unbelievable. What kind of collision detection is that? I'm so keen to be done before I turn it off at the start screen. Jerry. It's an integral part of this. Oh my god. Now where? That'll be the one on the ground near the barrel, won't it? PS2 collision detection. Yeah, I know. I forget. It's because it looks so shiny now. Resident Evil 4 is integral to headaches. Right. I do like the fact that they just stand there like that. It's neat. Try not to burn my ammo too much, because without the bow gun, Saddler's going to be interesting. Robbing yourself of the best the franchise has to offer. So what's the next RE stream going to be after this? I don't know. I've been away for a while. That wasn't sure really how to sort of get back into it. I mean, I could do another Road to Village one, not necessarily for the scoring, but we could you know, do one of those sort of lost chapters. We could do like Javier next, because that's what takes place. Dead aim. Bit of dead aim again. Although I've actually skipped beyond them, I appreciate. I'm trying to get Pirate Jill unlocked in Revelations to do the Inferno mode I've been talking about for a long time. But you've got to finish Ghost Ship, and that you've just got to get up to like level 50 before you can even attempt to finish that. That's the only way to unlock Pirate Jill. It's really, really unfortunate, because that's the costume I want to use for the campaign. Because Inferno mode will make me pull my hair out. I've done the Hell mode on the 3DS version, and my god, parts of that are so bottlenecked in terms of difficulty. I'll avenge you, Mike. What happened here? I'll tell you what happened, Ada. He killed Mike. Anyone who's done Revelations on either Hell or Inferno, my god, the final boss, it's pure agony. It all just totally hinges on you being able to ace the dodge mechanic every single time. Resident Evil 0 is a great game. Resident Evil 3R is a great game. Are you okay, Drohead? Are you alright, man? Interestingly, while Separate Ways covers most, nearly every single aspect of Ada's journey through the game, it doesn't actually show her perspective of the boat trip, which is a bit of a shame. Feels like it's strangely omitted. I'm here to balance that. I've been positive all night.
Leon, you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, Ada.
We have to get that parasite out of your body.
Yeah. But before that, I gotta save Ashley.
Fine. Let's split up.
Let's split up. Are you positive? Oh god, I can't remember the quote. Are you positive? And I don't know what that means. It means you are sure. Then yeah, I'm positive. I'm positive that he did. No, that's not the exact quote, but it'd be close enough.
Welcome. Got a selection of what are you selling? that all? Thank you. Is that... Thank you. Is that all, stranger? Thank you. Come back.
That quote was from the Django Unchained, if anyone was wondering. Yeah, of course it is, absolutely. Do you know how to spell it? My precious bowgun. Is it 3 across you need to save? No.
Any time. What are you buying? Is that all?
Yes!
Thank you.
Sheer perfection. Now, I'm not very good at this fight. It seems to... Oh no, hang on, it's Krauser first, isn't it? Which is actually isn't too much of a problem if I can... I like the bowgun. Where does the merchant stand in the canonicity of events? Oh, that's murky. That one. Extra more, you know, even more so because he's actually given a cutscene on his first appearance. You know, and everybody has like their own rules with cutscenes and things like that. It's... I would personally lean toward him just being absolutely non-canon. Oh, you fucking twat. Non-canon at all. Ugh, but what is canon? How do you define canon? I mean, Leon hasn't arrived yet, and by rights, these pallets should be destroyed by the time he rolls on through. Poor Jim Ward didn't come back for the Separate Ways recording, evidently.
Oh, Krauser, I'm sorry. I jumped the gun when I reported you dead to Wesker.
That hero shot. Looks like an outtake from Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Think of all the paperwork I would have to fill out if you were to show up alive.
Too bad you will die. There's not much to enjoy, Jordan, if you use the knife. It's pretty much over before it starts. There you go. Like 6 knife hits, was that?
That's a large thing you have there. But I don't like it when men play rough.
God, endgame already. Your hubris will be your downfall. TM578. Yeah, it works just as well in Leon's campaign as well. You basically you don't even have to fire around with Leon, as long as your QTE skills are pretty on point for the dodging. It's the easiest way to kill him. It's almost like the game gives you a subtle hint when Leon tells you to use a knife next time. Works better in close encounters. I always saw that as like an in-game hint for Krauser. I think it was overlooked in the vanilla build, obviously, because the knife was a weapon you had to carry, so most people either binned it.
You'll soon harbor an awesome power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
Choose death.
I'm taking Ashley back, whether you like it or not.
Ah, the audacity of youth.
It's a hell of a palm strike, isn't it? That's his super move. Leon survives all.
Leon, now!
I haven't played the Wii version, Claire, of RE4 for so long now. It's such a great version. Leon is protected by Kobayashi armor.
Move!
Let's go.
Right, guess the attempts. I don't think I'll do this first time. What version are you playing? This is the PC version, TM5789, with the HD mod on. My analog's not the best. Oh man, that was absolutely dreadful. I can only apologise. What is going on? Does that actually count as a full knife hit, or is it just a courtesy cutscene? Whoa. Of course that was going to happen, wasn't it? Got a healing left. Oh my god, no! I know there's a first aid spray upstairs, but there's no way I'm going to get there. Fucking cease to exist, look. Can I get to the first aid spray? No. Absolutely not. What did I tell you? Yes, Jerry. I don't recall being overconfident. In truth, I've never worked out a decent strat for this fight at all. Oh, it's not even gonna let me pick the friggin' thing up, look. Oh, I can't even blend it with that. No! Oh no, because I've picked that up, well that's it. I ain't got the TMP, Nick, unfortunately. Discard the ammo. Oh yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. Why am I carrying that? It's a fine point. Oh, I got fucked over by the reloading animation there. There we go. It's just headshots are so key, aren't they? You must have like bulletproof robes. Let's do some bottlenecks. This cheating bastard getting me through the fucking wall. Whoa! I did say I wouldn't do it in one. In my defence, I said that. Do you think the Saddler boss was made on purpose for this content, or was perhaps base game I don't know on that one. Mish, welcome by the way. Oh God, it was too slow. What happens if I do this? Absolutely fucking nothing. Thanks, game. No, the excuses. I'm not making excuses. These weapons are just ineffective. Use the bowgun rounds. Oh, I would, but he's just not exposing me to his weak point. I don't know whether you're supposed to just like use the geography better or just not be shit. Sadly keeping his pimp hand strong. Turn it into a Dark Souls fight with this amount of dodging. Is that it? Did I get it? Bloody hell.
Thank you. This is going to be hard to explain at customs.
Not bad, or was it just luck?
Ada!
If anyone gets that, Jerry, I'll be impressed.
Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old. You okay?
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliché that only happens in your Hollywood movies.
Oh, Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of clichés.
Ada, stand back.
Ashley's only real appearance in Separate Ways is this shot. God, that was so bad. I still think this is a fairly cool locale for the final fight. It makes it pretty epic. RE4 is a fairly cool game overall. It's a good point, Jordan. It's a good thing these don't actually activate the bombs. Who planted them?
Use this.
And done.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what
It's
this
finally
is.
over.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
It does annoy me you don't get the moment with Wesker and Ada on the helicopter. How did she fall into the helicopter through the rotors? So they do what Nick Fury did in The Winter Soldier when Falcon jumps out of the building, he banks it. Keep an eye out for Leon across the water. It is. It's chill music. It's like being in a really nice piano bar, back when we used to be able to do those kind of things. Nice cocktail. Absolutely, AJ. Pubs have reopened from yesterday in the UK. You can't go inside them, but you can sit outside. There was some absolutely comical pictures in the papers yesterday of people literally sat outside in beer gardens in torrential rain trying to eat their pub dinner. I mean, you know, you've really got to have been waiting for those pubs to be open to do that. Digital pub. Every day is a digital pub. Outside dining establishment this weekend. No, you've been able to do that in the States for a while, have you? There's Ada. Leon and Ashley. Bottom left. Two hours 43, not bad. Number of times killed, 8. This time is slower than the previous time recorded. Personal best was 233. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I did not save last time then. So what did we learn today? Leon and Ashley died at sea after their jet ski ran out of fuel. Yeah, it's alright, because I'll just go past Bruce and Fong Ling, who are still out there. Well, it's the most I've ever enjoyed for. Well, we've got one more thing left to do. Because I don't think, for the Road to Village, covering all the story, no we can't. We're going to have to do. Thankfully it's only really short. Dead short and really easy in this version, because if I remember, in the original version of Assignment Ada didn't have a knife.
Have you retrieved the sample?
Not yet.
Some kind of trouble?
Sadler. He knows.
Your extraction chopper will pick you up at the rendezvous point as planned.
I'll be there.
See you soon, Jordan. Thanks very much for stopping by. That also carried over into the PS4 version, no knife. Yeah, that's it. Whereas she has in this, and it makes the Krauser fight at the end, you know, as easy as you saw just there. AM0, this outfit's so cool. Yeah, and this will be the Remake 4 outfit, I can nearly almost say with certainty. Or they'll just give her a tank top and jeans. Yeah, that's right. Actually, they probably will add some variation of red to it, but. Oh man, grab me. I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna squeeze fast, bastard. You know, I said it was easy. is going on? What is going on? Let's take a slightly slower approach. Good, absolutely. I'm only doing this because the final coda with Wesker really feels like it should be at the end of Separate Ways. Like I say, it's such a shame they didn't just bolt it on. Sean playing like he's never played an MGS game or Siphon Filter before. MGS, yes. Siphon Filter, I've only ever really played the original. Never played any of the sequels. I don't even know how many sequels there are, to be honest. But I remember it being an awesome little action game. RE2 remake dev team admitted they love Ada and forgot why Claire had a little go on her jacket. No! Got some good iframes there. I'll take that. Stop with the arrows, you fuckers. Stating they added the logo because she has it in the original. They couldn't remember why. Oh my god. They did almost tone down the logo. You can barely see it. Welcome back, Nick. I take it you're laid in bed or something then, just watching. Infiltrate. Is your good lady laid next to you then? I hope you've got earphones on. She can't just hear me in her subconsciousness while she sleeps. It'd be weird. It's locked here too. An anatomy of a scandal. There we go. I'll not be too long here, Nick, to be honest. Now I've actually got into this facility, this actually isn't too long. The Beastmen in RE8 can ride horses. Oh, Nick, you said earlier there's some images. Are these the ones you're on about? Have I? I don't know about them. Oh god, I need to see these images. They can ride horses. Are you literally playing a Simon Adia because we frustrated that Wesky wasn't in the separate ways? Yeah. I want it. We're doing the Road to Village, so we need to have all the aspects of its storyline covered, and this doesn't take long. And you get to see Ada in a cool outfit, so. It's just a regular human. Oh no, is he telling me there is not werewolves riding horses? Werewolves riding werehorses. Isn't the existence of both Assignment Ada and Separate Ways in the same version of the game the weirdest thing? Well, yeah, I mean, originally Separate Ways was obviously the only side content that Ada got, and that was enough to sort of, you know, give people the appetizer of Wesker being back. And then so rude. Right, cul-de-sac here. And then when they decided to bring the machine, when they decided to bring the game to the PS2 at the expense of Mikami's head, I suppose they had to offer some other meaningful content for people. Bad Nickel, welcome and hello, sir. I'll just be wrapping this up fairly soon. He needs disclosure. Oh, I'm done. The thing is, as soon as this is completed, Separate Ways, I'm done with RE4 and my Road to Village. I can then move on. Some people will still be languishing here after tonight, but not me. I shall be done. I'm on to 5 after this. Sneak peek at your review score. I don't know yet until I sit down, AJ. It'll be probably comparable to my 3 make one, I would say. Look at this, just fucking throwing enemies at you. 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. In all the years I've played this, I would never have scored this that much. You know, and I'm someone who doesn't actually hate this at all. Comparable to 3 make. Come on, I speak positively of it, but you know, it's not a favourite. It has to be said. I appreciate it more, you know, it's more I appreciate it for what it did than actually truly like it for, you know, its own merits. You know, this, for as much as we can praise, you know, for what it did for gaming and everything like that, it still put the series on a now 16-year course correct to fix itself. Really, Scott cries when you take the green filter off. Strongly suspect Village is going to be controversial as hell, and being in the fan base is going to be... Yeah, it will be. Wild. Absolutely. 0.1 out of 10, that's harsh. I loved 4, but the first person gameplay has killed Village for me before release. For the motion sickness stuff, I assume, yeah. RE4R, God, how do we live in a world where that's the thing? But then, you know, how can you even bring into question RE4R when we've got what the fuck's going on there? Actually, it was quite a cool effect. All the guns and stuff coming down the stairs. It was hilarious. Always hits you through there. Being trolled by this fucking guy. We live in a world where the Last of Us remake is coming, absolutely. How far back did that put me then? Oh, cool. I did quite like the effect of... Oh, painless, yeah, thank you, Blaine. I did like the effect there of all the Ganado melting through the stairs. It looked quite grisly, actually. There you go. I enjoyed Rev 2 more than RE4. Same. Love Rev 2. I killed Jesse Ventura. Does that mean the door opens now? Yeah. He ain't got time to bleed. He did have time to talk. Poncho Ramirez. Well, his name was Ramirez, wasn't it? But his nickname was Poncho. Am I right? Have I got that right? Is that the right way? I could say the things I liked about RE4 and respect. Oh, this game is a game. There are just things that don't sit well with it. I think most people in the community would agree with that. Even the people who praise the game a lot, I think, would feel the same way, Drohid. It's certainly a controversial entry. Unless you're the mainstream media that see it, as I've said before, a bit of a video game darling, but certainly within the community, it's not without its critics and its faults. There's no, to me, there's no way you can defend in a million years what they did to the story. You know, I appreciate the fact that Mikami felt the need for the series to have a bit of a reset story-wise, but I don't think it needed to be quite as dramatic as he did. There was no need to erase like literally years of build-up. My review is coming. I'll go for it. Jesse Ventura's playing, yeah, George Poncho Ramirez. Say pretty much spoiler free, good man. Expect one perfect score here too. Perfect score? Come on, AJ. Come on, you can't give the story 20 out of 20. I just don't buy it. TM5789, love the stream, got to go. Welcome again, and thank you very much for the sub and the follow, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks very much, and you take care. How the fuck do I deactivate this? Dutch. Billy. I didn't know many of the surnames. That's amazing. What the hell did I miss there? RE4 is to RE what Silent Hill 2 is to... No. Here we go. Oh, so many wrong takes in this chat. That's amazing. There's people literally losing their minds over Resident Evil 4. This is, see what I mean? You know, you just look at the chat, you see how divisive it is. It's ridiculous. And that's it. So in the original GameCube version, that was really hard because you had to use projectile weapons to beat a character, like, and you know they weren't upgraded or anything like that. It was not easy. But yeah, knife on Krauser. They retroactively made separate ways so easy by allowing Ada to have a knife. And now we get what should be the true ending to separate ways. Just think of Ada putting one sample into the case and not 5 here. So she's already done the swan dive into the chopper. This is moments after she's left Leon. There you go.
Punctual. I like that. Is Krauser there?
He's dead.
Pity. But after all, just another expendable grunt. Thanks to you, however, Umbrella's one step closer to its re-establishment. And once it is, there will be significant changes in our world.
Get a beautiful Richard Weil laugh at the end of it. More piano bar music. In fact, as well, there's one more thing we've got to do. Because you only unlock the 5th Ages report entry, it doesn't give you it at the end, does it? So here you go.
It wasn't easy, but I'd say the mission was a success. Getting my hands on the sample was my initial objective, after all. But I've sent Wesker a different present, just as the organization ordered. Pretending to work with him was entertaining. Albert Wesker. I wonder where he's headed next. Something tells me this whole affair has just been a taste of what he's got in store. To him, Umbrella represented power. He used it to hide behind while he made plans of his own. And now the Umbrella's been folded. With the sanctuary of their old Umbrella ruined, those in power struggle to erect a new one. They are aware of their own crookedness and deceit as they engage in their personal war of light and darkness. That's why Wesker will stop at nothing in opening his new Umbrella. The giant pharmaceutical corporation S
Tricell.
maintains medical and drug facilities the world over. We know for certain that Wesker has been in contact with them following Umbrella's demise. There's no doubt we'll next hear from him there. The organization must remain vigilant. But Wesker's not stupid. He knows exactly what the organization is thinking. He and I still have time to continue our little game of cat and mouse before the next move is played. This mission may be over, but the battle is just beginning.
The S stands for Smiley. Well, yeah, it generally regarded that the S stood at the time for Seashell, and then at some point during RE5's development, Seashell was turned into Tricell. Hilariously, however, on the official RE5 website that they launched the Kijuju Survivors competition, it still had a reference to Seashell on the wall. What's the chat saying? We don't know the outcome because Resident Evil 4 saved it like Gandalf the White. I'd say Zero and Remake releasing on the GameCube, it could kind of want good strategy either. It also did its part. Yeah, absolutely. And the sales prove that of Zero and the Remake. I think Alex touches on that in the book quite a bit. It wasn't the best financial decision. So yeah, I mean, this chat has just showed you how divisive a title RE4 continues to be, some 16 years after its release, and this will only be doubled down on if the remake retains this storyline. The only way, see, I think that's a double-edged sword. On the one hand, yes, you could say you could improve, the story and make it much more of a cohesive entry with the remake if it's a thing. But at the same time, you could do that at the danger of all the lore around it. And I know some people aren't bothered about that, and some people would willingly embrace that. But my anti-remake stance that I've had for many, many years, I'd just sooner see it not happen, to be honest, and we just move on. Just accept this as a bit of a dark chapter in the lore and just move on now. It's just me against the entire IP. No, because the thing is, AJ, I'm with you on so many things with regards to it. Absolutely. But I will never like its legacy of what it did to the lore. And for people like myself and people on the podcast like Batman and whatnot who really love the lore dearly, this is a hard one to swallow even now. We can't move on remakes for all the rage, unfortunately. So yeah, I agree with that, Jerry. I think you're right. If remaking Resident Evil 0 on PS2 RE4 would have been 3.5, yeah, I imagine that's a good thing to bank on. So I wouldn't say you're wrong there. We're talking about the original 3.5 as well. Castle or whatever, whichever one it was called. The Last of Us gets a remake, so fuck it, everyone gets a remake. That's basically how I felt when Resident Evil 2 remake was announced. Remake everything. And then from a cinema point of view, when they announced they were going to remake Memento, I was done. You know, put me on a rocket and fire me off this planet. The thing with Resident Evil 2 and 3 is I'm just repeating stuff I've said on the podcast before, so I apologise. But like, I appreciate from a technical level why they were remade. But you know, I know this still has tank controls and it has a right analog control that's not ideal, a bit dated, but for the most part it still plays well. OG's remake RE2 gameplay is so underwhelming. I get that, I understand it. Thankfully it's been refined quite a bit with Gemini's patches. People give RE1 Remake such an easy pass but have a hard time expecting 2, 3 and 4. Because I think the Resident Evil 1 Remake, AJ, just basically took what worked in the original, retained like mostly the same mansion, just made it look better, and then added gameplay refinements which felt naturally bolted on to the game. It was still essentially the same game. It was just enhanced, if you will. Because Remake 1 was a 1-1 and it expanded on the original. Yeah, it's essentially, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say there. So the 2R and 3R are more reimaginings. Remake 1 just feels like it's the same game, just you embracing new technologies to basically do the same thing again, just more modern. People are legit asking for a remake of Alien. Yeah, no. Sounds chat is hot tonight. Yeah, absolutely is. It's like this on the Discord, Bad Nickel. Most nights. Let's get talking about Zero one day. We'll be going for hours. Remake 3 went too far though. Remake 2 was fantastic. It's a fantastic modern Resident Evil game, but I loathe it as a remake of my favourite game in the series. What's Jerry? You don't bring that crap in here, Jerry. Remake absolutely has issues. Worst part of RE1 was the caves, and remakes that do more of that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Anyway, chaps, and chaps, I've got to go because it is 11:30 and I've got to be up early. So continue this up by all means on the Discord. Let's dive in there, and I will have to leave you guys. Thanks very much for the support tonight, folks. This has been spot on. We've got AJ followed, TM5789 if you're still around. Thank you for the follow and the sub. Death of Pursuer hosted for a little bit, so thanks very much. I'm surprised we got the whole of Separate Ways done. Because I didn't expect to do that, to be honest. So that's really, really cool. I don't know what we're going to do next, to be honest. But we shall see. Have a good night, what's left of it. Have a good rest of the week, and I will see you all at the weekend, and I'll see you on the Discord. In fact, no, I'll see you all Thursday, if you're around. Drop by on the Discord at around 10:30 UK time, because we'll do a live host of the showcase if people want to dive in to the community chat, and we'll just all have a right yarn about what we see and things like that, and get on Reverse because I think that goes live again, the beta tomorrow. So cool. See you all very soon. Take care. Cheers and bye bye for now.